Hello there. Just going to take a look at today's Gospel passage from Mark chapter 8, 27 to 33. Jesus and his disciples left for the villages round Caesarea Philippi. On the way, he put this question to his disciples: "Who do people say I am?" And they said to him, "John the Baptist." Others said Elijah, others again one of the prophets. "But you," he asked, "who do you say I am?" Peter spoke up and he said to him, "You're the Christ." And he gave them strict orders not to tell anyone about him. He began to teach them that the Son of Man was destined to suffer grievously, to be rejected by the elders and the chief priests and the scribes, and to be put to death, and after 3 days to rise again. And he said all this quite openly. Then taking him aside, Peter started to remonstrate with him. But turning and seeing the disciples, he rebuked Peter, and he said to him, "Get behind me, Satan, because the way you think is not God's way, but man's." Who do the crowds say I am? It was a general question, a lead-in, I suppose, to that more personal and more direct question for each of us. Who do you say I am? And Peter found the answer. "You," he said, "are the Christ." It was a powerful moment. In another account of this gospel passage, Jesus says, "It wasn't flesh and blood revealed this to you, but my Father in heaven." In other words, it was a moment of acceptance of Christ for who he was and what he was in the lives of his disciples. And yet within a very short while, Peter misunderstands him and begins to, we're told, remonstrate with him, saying, "You cannot let this happen." And Jesus says to him, "Get behind me. The way you're thinking isn't God's way, but man's." It is, I suppose, a reminder to us how quickly we can lose sight of Christ. Having confessed him, having recognized him, having taken him to our hearts, we can misunderstand who and what he's about. But I believe the chief question today for all of us is the question put by Jesus to the disciples: "But you, who do you say I am?"